told us these were just stories. Whispers carried through generations, tales meant to entertain the young and comfort the old. But ancient voices do not fade so easily. What if the myths were not just stories, but memories? Memories of forgotten kingdoms, of gods who walked among mortals, of battles carved into the bones of the earth. Another soft pause, listen closely. The past is speaking again. Transition into your branding. This is Echoes of the Gods. Welcome back to Mythic Convergence, the series that explores the incredible connections between the world's greatest myths and legends. Today, we journey into the realm of prophecy, guided by two of the most revered seers in all of mythology, Orunmila, the Yoruba spirit of wisdom, and Apollo, the Greek god of light and truth. Imagine a temple of pure light, high above the clouds. Here, these two divine prophets share a single, glowing scroll, its ethereal beams illuminating the tangled threads of human destiny. It's a powerful image, isn't it? Two figures from vastly different cultures, both tasked with the immense responsibility of understanding and communicating fate. First, let's travel to ancient Yoruba land in West Africa to meet Orunmila. He is more than just a deity. He is the embodiment of wisdom, knowledge, and foresight. Orunmila is known as the Ibikiji Olajuma, meaning the second in command to the Supreme Creator. His story begins at the dawn of time, when he was present during the creation of the universe. Because of this, he witnessed the destiny of every single thing that would ever exist. He knows the past, the present, and the future, not as separate events, but as a single, continuous stream of being. This profound knowledge is what makes him the master of the divination system, one of the most ancient and complex forms of divination in the world. When people face uncertainty, whether it's about health, relationships, or their spiritual path, they turn to a Babalawo, a priest of If, to consult Orunmila. The process is intricate. Using sacred palm nuts or a divining chain called an opil, the Babalawo casts a series of patterns. Each pattern corresponds to one of the 256 sacred verses, or Oduf. These verses are not simple fortunes. They are poetic stories, parables, and historical accounts that contain the wisdom Orunmila wishes to share. The Odu reveals the nature of the problem and, more importantly, the spiritual sacrifices and behavioral changes needed to restore balance and align with one's destiny. The core idea here is that while destiny exists, our choices and actions, our character can shape how we navigate it. Orunmila doesn't just predict the future, he provides a roadmap for living a better, more harmonious life. He is a guide, a teacher, and a source of profound enlightenment. Now, let's cross the Mediterranean to the sun-drenched shores of ancient Greece, to the sacred slopes of Mount Parnassus. Here, at the center of the world, stood the temple of Apollo at Delphi. Apollo, son of Zeus and Leto, is a multifaceted god. He is the god of music, poetry, archery, and medicine, but his most famous role is that of the god of prophecy. He is the radiant, golden-haired deity who brings light, truth, and clarity to a world often shrouded in darkness and doubt. Apollo's prophetic power was channeled through his priestess, the Pythia. She would sit on a tripod over a fissure in the earth, inhaling sacred vapors that sent her into a trance. In this state, she would speak the words of Apollo himself. Her prophecies were notoriously ambiguous, delivered in riddles and verse that required careful interpretation. Kings, generals, and common folk alike would make the long pilgrimage to Delphi to ask their most pressing questions. Should I go to war? Will my crops fail? Will I find love? The answers they received often shaped the course of history. Think of King Croesus of Lydia, who was told that if he crossed the Halys River to attack Persia, a great empire would fall. He attacked, confident of victory, only to see his own empire destroyed. Apollo's prophecies were true, but they demanded wisdom from the listener. They weren't just about knowing the future. They were a test of one's understanding and humility. Like Orunmila, Apollo's purpose wasn't simply to unveil what was to come, but to force mortals to confront their own limitations and think deeply about their choices. So here we have two prophets of light from two different corners of the ancient world. On one hand, Orunmila, the wise elder who holds the complete knowledge of creation and offers guidance through the intricate patterns of If. His wisdom is a gentle, steady light, illuminating the path to a balanced and fulfilled life. His system is deeply personal, focusing on individual character and spiritual alignment. On the other hand, Apollo, the brilliant, youthful god whose pronouncements from Delphi were like flashes of lightning, powerful, dazzling, and often dangerous if misinterpreted. His prophecies were grand, often shaping the fates of entire nations, and served as a stark reminder of the power of the gods and the folly of human pride. What's truly fascinating is what connects them. Both Orunmila and Apollo are linked to enlightenment. Orunmila's name itself is tied to knowledge and salvation. Apollo is Phoebus Apollo, the shining one, whose light dispels ignorance. They both act as divine messengers, bridging the gap between the divine realm and the human world. They are the conduits through which humanity can glimpse the grand design of the cosmos. Neither of them offers simple, easy answers. Consulting Orunmila through if requires introspection and a willingness to perform spiritual work. Deciphering Apollo's oracles required intellectual rigor and a healthy dose of caution. This shared theme speaks to a universal human desire, the need to understand our place in the universe. We all want to know if we are on the right path. We crave assurance that our struggles have meaning and that there is a larger pattern to our lives. Orunmila and Apollo represent two different, yet complementary, approaches to this quest. Orunmila's method is rooted in accumulated wisdom and personal responsibility, teaching that our destiny is something we actively participate in creating through our character and actions. Apollo's method is a dramatic confrontation with fate, a challenge to our intellect and a lesson in humility before the vast, unknowable powers that govern the world. In our modern age, we may not consult oracles at Delphi or cast palm nuts, but the search for meaning and guidance continues. We look to science, philosophy, and spirituality to answer the same fundamental questions. The stories of Orunmila and Apollo remind us that the quest for enlightenment is as old as humanity itself. They show us that prophecy isn't just about seeing the future. It's about gaining the wisdom to live better in the present. It is about understanding that while our destinies may be written in the stars or on a glowing scroll in a celestial temple, the way we read that scroll and the path we choose to walk is ultimately up to us. They teach us that the greatest light is the one that illuminates the path of wisdom, responsibility, and self-awareness. Thank you for joining us on this prophetic journey. What other mythic connections do you see? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next episode of Mythic Convergence. See you next time.